Sick.
Yippee.
Huzzah. We just kind of start, by the way. We just kind of yap a chat for a little bit. And then when I hit record is when the podcast officially begins.
Alrighty.
Hello, chat. Hi,
Hello,
everybody.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Oh, wow.
How y'all doing? Garrett and Kyle get the salty run back from Quizzical Engagement. We did not represent.
No, I got the garlic bread. I'm happy. I'm happy with my performance.
Okay, I accidentally got 2 Moogles right.
Yeah. See, all wins.
It was so accidental. Jokehead had to be convinced I got them right. That's how accidental it was. That's it.
It's okay. You know, when I was on Quizzical Engagement, I got a higher score than DM, and so that means I won. That's all I care about.
Yes, yeah, personal victories, exactly.
That's how I live my life. I just try and beat Girl DM. That's all I try and do.
As long as it's not Bloodborne or something like that. No, you just...
Oh yeah, no, I'm ass at FromSoft games. I am the best at dying in entertaining ways at FromSoft games. That's how I'm good at those. But thanks for joining us today, Rath. I'll give you a proper introduction here in a moment, but live chat knows why they're here. I don't think they stumbled in and were like, "Oh my God, how did I get here? Who are these people?"
Who are you people?
They know how they're doing.
Chat. Hello, my chat that came from the Discord ping. Hello, good to see you.
Ask him
Mr.
which question
James
he
is
got
here.
right. Okay.
What question?
Which question did you get right?
What question did you get right?
The 2 questions that I got right that I'm sure they're talking about is which capital city is the racist one, and which,
Oh, I remember that.
and how many times did your Stola die? And those are the only 2 I got.
What was the right answer for that first
The
one?
answer is all of them.
Yeah,
right?
right, all of them?
baby.
Oh,
Well, Ul'dah is the most racist, but they're
It
all
was
racist in their
Ul'dah.
own way.
Yeah, they're all fantasy in
Ul'dah
their own way.
invented racism to make more money.
Okay,
That
fair.
was
fair.
their thing.
Yeah.
I think was the question.
Who among us?
Yeah, want to keep people from becoming dragoons. That's minor compared to making an extra buck.
God almighty.
We
Oh my God.
both started our adventures years before we actually started streaming, before we actually declared ourselves players in Gridania, and went, what is this game? And left. I think we were both archers.
I didn't know you bounced off because you chose Gridania.
I did.
100% bounced off because I chose Gridania.
Yeah, there was that tall elf, and he was telling me I could never be an archer. I'm like, I'm fighting bees and like were-rabbits. What's your problem?
And let's be honest. I don't know how many of us here have shot a bow and arrow, but it would be really impressive to shoot a bee with a bow and arrow.
Right?
That would be an accomplishment.
I mean, they're big bees. They're sizable bees. So I'll give them. I have shot a bow and arrow at camp. 20 years ago.
Grown-ass man tries to remember going to camp.
Yep.
Challenge level impossible.
20 years ago. I've shot a bow. I've shot Nerf guns recently.
I used to have a compound bow that I used in my backyard at a silly little target, and I could tell you from personal experience, I never would have hit any bees. There are still probably some arrows embedded into the ground in that yard that will never be found.
Nice. It was a pellet gun for me growing up. That's where the recycling went to die.
The movies don't really tell you how nasty a bale of hay can get in the backyard over the course of a year.
Ew.
Yeah, you put
I
one
grew
of
up
those.
around hay, but the cows ate it. The shit was gone. Like it didn't sit around and rot. Ugh. I guess that makes sense. This sounds like a great spot to just actually start the podcast.
It's perfect, is what it is.
Perfect. Great. Incredible.
Well, which means, of course, welcome back, everyone. It's the Grinding Gear podcast. Kyle is here with me.
Hello.
As always, I am, in fact, still myself. Garrett is my name. And we are joined today for the first time ever.
Yeah.
But we're already just getting on like we've been talking to each other for years. Rath of Rath Games. You can find Rath on YouTube and Twitch at Rath Games. Thanks for joining us today, dude.
Yeah, pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me. It's good to see you.
Are we a challenge? Are you trying to like kill us today, or should we be concerned?
He did show up alone.
No, but I am concerned on if this means that the solo challenge is over and I failed it, because it's not very solo to be talking with other people.
That you know what?
Well, I don't know. Kyle, do you think we would represent heaven or hell if you were in the afterlife after failing a solo challenge?
I'm trying to decide. I think we count as NPCs. I think we're okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely been accused of being an NPC.
Yeah. Like we sell basic ass wares, you know? Like what can go wrong here? We're not the market board for sure.
Perfect.
We're not Omnicrafters, so we ain't giving anything away for free.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, are you aware that you are highly requested? Are you aware of this, Rath?
No, I had no idea. Hello. Thank you for requesting me.
And we're thankful for receiving those requests. But we finally got you on. I have watched your videos horrendously out of order.
Oh,
and
perfect. That's the intended watch order, actually.
So to prepare for this, I have gone back to actually clear up some things, and I as best as I can find, your first upload, if you haven't nuked certain aspects of your channel, is from 5 years ago, and it's about Cube World.
That's correct. Hello. Well, It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Rath Games. I run the Silver Lining game review series, where we talk about video games that everybody says are bad, and then I tell you why they're bad in the first minute, and then I tell you why they're good the rest of the time. Yippee. Wow, that's a long time ago.
Man, you busted out that intro, no problem, 5 years ago. That was great.
Thank you. Oh, God.
So were there more of these and you pruned them,
yes,
or was this only a 2-video series?
There are many of these, most of which are no longer visible, but there wasn't too many, I guess. I think there was only like maybe 6 or 7 by the end of it. I tried to do them monthly when I was first doing it. But,
okay, so why did Cube World and Absolver make the cut? Why did they get to survive into modern publicity?
Would you like the real answer or an answer that I come up with on the spot?
They're different?
Well,
now we want both.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, can you give us both?
Okay. Well, you see, the Cube World and Absolver videos actually were very integral pieces to the channel and set up me as a person. It was a very important introduction to who I was. And it was a major step for me in video creation. The actual reason is because they had more than 100 views.
Okay. I understand that.
I think, I think a lot of creators, you have their bar for, nope, that's too low. You die now.
Yeah.
Bye.
What do we have as our like most ancient texts on this channel?
I don't know actually, because I think you pruned the channel when we were respinning it up as a we play games together channel.
Yeah, I'm a multi-pruner. I've gone through this thing a few times, so I'm gonna go see.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to know what's still because every once in a while we get a comment on one of our old like Blizzard podcast videos that I'm fairly certain isn't public, but it's clearly someone who watches the current channel, because the comment is always some variety on what the hell was this channel back then. And I never know how to answer them, because I'm like, it's just I need to be like you, Rath. I need to invent one on the spot and leave the real history just in the past, because it's too long of an answer.
We're complete madmen. We have
oh my god, that's all actually public.
Yeah. All this is still here. Dyslexic NASCAR drivers is the oldest video on there with 750 views.
108.
Yeah,
you killed 107 of them.
Well, I don't think those were ever streamed. This was a podcast, see? And there was...
Oh, yeah. We started making content together in 2010, and it was an audio-only podcast.
Wow.
I think we started streaming the podcast live on Twitch in the 90-ish numbered episodes. And I think somewhere after 100, we learned that we could archive to YouTube. So yeah, wow, those do not look like us.
The struggle of using your real face.
Yes, the struggle is real.
Should never.
R2 is now rotting in my
Shouldn't have
garage.
never done that. No, we agree with you. Should never done that.
Yep. Don't
Now it's an
never
expectation.
do that. Please put anything else on screen for the visual audience, Kyle.
Very well. We'll go back. We'll go back here. We'll go back
appreciate
to our guest.
Hello.
So, yeah, so that was the first thing I could find, but 3 years ago, you uploaded a video called "Is It Possible to Solo FF14?"
Mm-hmm.
And would you agree with the fact that that's what a lot of folks know you for these days?
I would be surprised if there were many that knew me for anything else, personally. So yeah, I'd like to hope at least that people know the solo stuff if they know who I am.
I actually was originally introduced to you when you jumped on Quizzical Engagement, and I just found you amusing, and then I started watching your solo challenges.
Hello, it's me. My name is Rathalos J Gaming. It's a pleasure to see you. I am the Quizzical Engagement greatest Quizzical player of all time. I did get a higher score than girl_DM_. So I won that match. Doesn't matter that Shenpai beat me. It's just I won.
I'm pretty sure you have a higher score than us as well. Maybe even us combined.
Oh, perfect.
Still got that bread.
We got owned. We got absolutely owned. But yeah, you have a now multi-year running series where you try and solo Final Fantasy 14. I feel like I should remove the word "try" from that explanation because you're turning out to be quite successful at this.
I always still like to say try anyway, because I never know what causes problems. We might as well.
Yeah. And for those that may be unfamiliar, you do have a set of rules, right? You do like every boss fight level synced with echo turned off, correct?
Yeah. So we've got all right. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. So for the solo only challenge, the main things that we're looking for and the main rules that we have is there's no market board, no trading, no parties with other players, no NPC support or trusts in dungeons, and then when we are trying any trials or dungeons, we have to start with level sync. If level sync is a failure, we move on to silence echo to make sure that we don't have the epic echo buff but can use a higher level of skills. And then past that, if that also comes back as a failure, then we go with the epic echo. Half of the time, the biggest constraint with level sync is that for dungeons, there is no echo buff. So if I'm level synced into dungeon, I'm stuck as is, and that's the best I'm ever going to get. But level syncing for trials, you have to survive the trial for 3 minutes before you can get any actual echo buff. So if I don't have the ability to live until that 3-minute mark, then there is no echo to be gained.
Wow. So
okay.
How did you come across these rules or make them up?
I just made them up on the spot.
So
it's RuneScape is an MMO that I've loved for a lot of my life, and RuneScape has an Iron Man mode that's a lot less restrictive, really, the more I look at it, but is very much just a self-made kind of mode where you go in, you have to do all the stuff, you have to get all the drops yourself, you have to craft all the stuff yourself. And I said that could be fun in Final Fantasy 14, but we do have to add the extra layers on top because I can't take quest rewards because the game, especially for the MSQ, will just give you a lot of the gear that you need to progress. And if you take any of the class quest gear, that's even stronger stuff to deal with. So that cuts out a lot of the crafting needs. We can't do merchants because, again, they offer a lot of very powerful gear to just buy instead of crafting. So that one is the thing we take as an exception the most, because some of the times I will buy the gear so that I can desynth it into materials for craft. Because otherwise those materials aren't accessible. But otherwise it's mostly just been as it went. I didn't know the quest rule until like the second episode of Progress, I think.
Because that's when you started running into the better quest gear through those outlets.
Yeah, that's when it became an option that I had to sit there and think about. I think it was specifically Titan, because for Titan normal, I could have gotten myself up to level 60, gotten Gunbreaker unlocked, taken the Gunbreaker quest unlock gear, and then use that to Epic Echo clear Titan without too much issue, or to be able to survive the Titan jail at least. But that felt wrong, so I said no quest gear, and that was it. A lot of this has been minute to minute figuring out the rules as we go until we get to a point where it's comfortable and possible. It was established probably, like, I want to say within the first 3-ish months of the series running, but it did still take time to get there.
Huh.
So RuneScape was the outlet for the Iron Man kind of idea.
Yeah, exactly. It was the
cool.
outline that we went with.
Okay, so what do they call it in World of Warcraft, Garrett, where you can't trade solo earned or something?
Self-found.
Self-found.
Yeah.
Okay, because Iron Man for me comes from like XCOM, or I guess the entire concept of Darkest Dungeon, where if you die, you're dead forever. So when I started your first video and I saw Iron Man, I went, wait a minute. Oh no.
Yeah,
So-
it's I also that was a weird one for me, but the adjustment I guess just came with since I watched so much RuneScape content and since I played RuneScape for so long, the association swapped over from Iron Man meaning one life to Iron Man meaning the self-found bit from WoW. It's kind of weird to think about that RuneScape just kind of yoinked the already existing one and said, it could mean this instead.
That's so cool, though. Like, I mean, I guess by doing it in the first place, you enjoyed the concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the idea that everything is yours and you do have such intimate relationships with a quickly run over boss like Ifrit has to make quite the personal story in your head.
Oh, absolutely. The whole reason that I make this series is to make a cool story.
Oh, you can't deep sea fish because that has other people on the boat?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh my goodness.
You consider that? You consider
Yeah,
that?
because if it's queuing into an instance, there are other players in the instance, and I might end up in a party with other players, so that's banned.
Huh. Oh, okay. I hadn't considered that one. Everything you've mentioned, I'm like, that makes sense.
Man, Kyle hated that one.
But you're soloing fish. Like, that's your... The other folks don't really... Okay, all right.
But they do...
I mean...
Well, yeah, but don't they... If they catch more, don't they affect, like, the weather or something? Like, can't they, like, spiral?
Yeah, there's a chance for them to bring up the...
That's fair.
Now that you've said it, I've completely lost it. Spectral currents. Thank you, chat. They can bring up the spectral current, which is the big boost for XP and the big boost for catching fish and all the fancy stuff. But just most specifically, it would put me in a party with another player. So that's
right.
banned.
And that's easiest. So you could... Wait, can you make a free company by yourself? No, you have to get signatures, right?
Yes.
So if you could make a free company by yourself, you could then apply buffs to yourself, but the fact that it takes more people to even get there, it'd be off limits.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, don't you have a solo free company?
Nope.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay.
That actually brings one of the few moments that I feel like I'm sitting on stream and I get genuinely angry is when I am sitting there and I'm in some major city or hub and I get that funny little pop-up that says, "Hey, you've been invited to join a free company." And I sit there and I say to myself, do you realize what this is? You are making a group of people. You are making a home. You are making a community. And you say that, yeah, I'll just send invites to random people I've never spoken to. That'll go fine. You could send me a message. You could say a word to me. Speak. I'm a human being. I'm right here. I know I'm funny little pixels on your screen, but all you gotta do is say, hi, how's it going? Would you like to join my free company? And then I'll still tell you no, but at least that feels like I'm being respected as a person instead of just being a number that they're trying to get into the FC.
Isn't your name also solo only?
Yes.
Yeah. So
that was the weird one.
So
yeah, it's kind of
that initial hurdle.
You're already self-advertised. Like, you're labeled. Your character could not be more clear about intentions, desires, the adventure that they are on.
There's a way to prevent any invites like that from happening, but the problem is that you have to turn on busy mode. And if you turn on busy mode, there's a little frowny face that sits next to your character's name and bar the whole time, and I don't like the frowny face, so I never turn on busy mode.
Ooh, that'd be kind of fun though for all your videos, because it would just look like your character's like really in try-hard mode, which you are. So I don't think that's horribly inaccurate. But I respect the vibes that you want to put out into the world, Rath.
Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't thought about FC invites in forever, because Kyle and I only have one character each, and we've had an FC now for probably more than 4 years. And there's no other way, right? Because WoW, you can turn off guild invites, but there's no turn off FC invites in
it's
Final
only
Fantasy
busy mode.
Okay, that's what I thought. It's been a long time since I checked that.
A little stinky, but that's fine.
Yeah, I guess they want to promote that. But you can't be on a free trial, right? You can't even join one if you're in a free trial. So there's
no. Yeah, that's correct.
But I feel that exact same way you do when like I see an advertisement at a local board game shop for D&D with random players. That idea sounds so absurd to me and so absolutely mad. I actually like physically reject it.
That seems so Hey,
random person, can I climb inside your mind for a little bit? Would that be all right if I just played around in there? Let's invite 4 people in. That sounds like fun.
I mean, if you want to meet other D&D players, I get it.
Could be an avenue for friendship.
Well, avenues for friendship. I can tell you a wonderful story. There was a time where it was me in my empty house. I was having not the greatest of times, and I said, you know what? I need to go out. I need to go do things. I'm gonna go join a community. I'm gonna go do some board games or something with some random people at the board game shop. I'm gonna have a fun time, and then I'm gonna make some friends around me. And so I went to this board game shop. They had it advertised on their site. There was all of the daily games that they were doing. And today was going to be teaching people how to play Munchkin. And I said, sure, that sounds cool. I don't know what that game is, but I would love to do it. And so I popped down to the board game shop and I entered it and I stood around and I looked for a while and that was not there. And so I went up to the counter and I was like, hey, are you still doing the Munchkin night? And they said, yeah, it'll probably be set up in a while. And so I just kind of awkwardly paced around the store for about 45 minutes, and then I left because it never happened.
Oh no.
So yeah, I don't really know about going to random places.
Isn't Munchkin also one of those like card games that gets made fun of in the shorts, like the I play 5 cows and tap them for cheese kind of insane ones?
I have no idea.
I played Munchkin once. It was relatively fun. I don't remember it being any more convoluted than most of my new to tabletop experiences. But yeah, I know I have a lot of tabletop friends, and a lot of them are big fans. It's a friendship ruining game. Yeah, Katie and I can't. Very limited tabletop games that we're allowed to play with each other. If they involve lying, we're too good at deceiving one another, probably because we don't lie to each other in our real life. But it's our tabletop gaming sessions have gotten pretty heated in the past. Yeah,
I mean, from the outside, something like Settlers of Catan is pretty tame looking, but that is also a ruiner of friendships.
That's one we do. We've certainly called each other some names while playing Catan, but that's probably our go-to.
All you need to do is give me the wheat. Just give me
the
one
wheat.
wheat.
Yeah, you the wheat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the problem, though. Here's the problem, Rath. No one wants your freaking sheep. Okay,
I don't care.
We all have enough
I
sheep.
love being
you got
sheep
nothing
king.
I've got
besides sheep.
40 of them. Just take all of them. One wheat.
Sorry, that's your problem.
I'm all about finding my
your
niche,
problem.
you know? Like, give me those sheep. If you don't
I
want
told
them,
you I was going
want
for
it.
longest road, and you had to one up me. So sit on your sheep mountain and enjoy. Yep. Oh man, I want to play Catan now. This sounds fun. God. Hey, so we started getting your game resume. You mentioned RuneScape. I'm like, where do you come from? Like, it sounds like you got into 14 from MMOs. Was that your entry?
Well, I was born. So MMOs are kind of the main game that I've always played. I've always been an MMO dude. It was Fiesta. It was Mabinogi. It was MapleStory for 5 minutes because my friend Ludo wanted to play MapleStory. It was RuneScape. It was Perfect World for 5 minutes because the game had a marriage option. And I very specifically, when I was younger, chose MMORPGs on whether or not you could get married in the game. That was my main criteria before I played it. RuneScape did not have that, so I'm shocked I played it at all. And then 14, I think, it was before the free trial when they were running a Twitch campaign that was like, hey, if you have an Amazon Prime, then you can get a free 30 days of Final Fantasy 14. Huh? What do you think? And I said, okay, sure, I'll try that. And then me and a bunch of my buddies did it, and we said, yeah, no, this is going to be my life for the rest of eternity. And so here I am.
And about when was that? Like, what expansion was the current expansion?
8 or 9 years ago.
Oh, so that's
end
quite a
of
while.
Stormblood.
Okay, so you got in earlier than, well, a lot earlier than us. Way earlier than us, yeah, because we, I guess we all just kind of like, for the long history of Final Fantasy 14, a lot of people kind of look and point to Shadowbringers as like the great onboarding.
Oh yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Which you and I are guilty of, Kyle. That's where we kind of ventured back.
Total normies.
Are you telling me you brought the shadow?
Well, one brought
one of
shadow.
Us did.
Yeah,
I think the other brought light.
We do actually have computers. Matching computers. One is black, one is white case. So, we did.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. We have a sponsor, Doghouse Systems. This is not a plug, but if you go and look at their top end system, they have the photos for their top end systems, and we were the first 2 rigs built with that case. And so when you look at the black and white photos, those are our actual PCs on the Doghouse Systems website. Okay. Yeah. So good old Shadow and Light.
So you played with friends, and then I guess this says 3 years ago. 3 years is always kind of a weird. Yeah, okay. So basically 3 years ago, you decided on the solo adventure.
Yeah, February 27th of 2023 is when I logged in and I said, I'm going to do my little solo guy today. And then here we are.
That's wild. And so at the time of recording this episode of our podcast, your most recent clear was Seed of Sacrifice, I believe?
Technically speaking, for my anime enjoyers, my most recent clear is Hades. For my manga readers who are my stream viewers, it is Seed of Sacrifice. Yes.
I love that.
Oh, we need to use that. That's so good.
So Mima-sen, I didn't know I was a manga reader.
The videos haven't caught up. Oh my God.
There you go.
That's so useful.
That's fantastic. I will say I mostly just kind of tuned in to see if we did it, and then I was like, I'm gonna wait for the video on this.
How could you?
So I'm a dirty self-spoiler.
Well, yeah, you want all the voice acting and the amazing graphics. Like, oh my God, like your intro on
Some
this
of your intros
is
are
so cool.
wild.
Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I have to rep Hingy Bingy. They are a 10 out of 10. Absolute masterclass of a creator.
Oh
Here,
wait.
I'm just
Okay, so
send
you
over their
have
stuff now.
someone for this, and that means we
Yes.
can hire someone for this.
Yes,
Sweet.
it
Wonderful.
does. They
That's
do
so
all
cool.
of my thumbnails. They do all these cool animations. They are incredible.
Oh my word.
That's
This
awesome.
is sick and followed. And for the audio listeners, that's at Hingy Bingy on Blue Sky.
Thank you.
It's spelt exactly like you think it is. Exactly like you think it is. The Susano bit is so rad. Yeah, that was fun to watch. It's so fun seeing Susano be hard. Like be a difficult fight. Because we've done a good amount of the extremes in the game, and we have like a spreadsheet we go to and we try to rank the difficulty out of 10. And I don't think we've ranked anything lower than Susano at this point.
Wow,
and how
really?
difficult we thought it was.
In terms of extremes and probably how the minimum eye level has held up over the years, yeah, he's a pushover. We had to take off our pants.
We beat it so we beat it so fast that we asked our party to all remove their pant slot item, and then we beat it again.
Just for like even a feeling of challenge. It was crazy.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Even with min eye level, that is a very easy extreme. That's just kind of the way it's shaken out over the years.
I personally like to Final Fantasy XIV is weird because I have played MMOs my whole life, and then I went to school to work on MMOs, and then I work on MMOs for my life. That's just kind of my job. So there's a lot of time where I'm playing MMOs that I'm just sat there kind of thinking why things are the way they are. And 14, I think, is very successful and very good at what it is. Because 14, when you look at a World of Warcraft or a RuneScape in comparison, is a very casual MMO. It is you can come here and play the story and have a great time. You don't have to be an endgame raider to have fun. You don't have to be willing to spend 300 hours grinding for the mole pet in Falador to have fun. You can have a great time at whatever skill level. And then they've got a really crazy range of the fights as well, where I feel like an extreme is something that casual audience could get into very easily as like their push. If they said, you know what, I want to try and do something crazy, I could pull off an extreme. And then right afterwards, we get the step up to Savage, which is where I think it stops being, I could casually go in and start trying to do an extreme fight, to I have to actually commit myself to being an MMO player to win a Savage fight kind of stuff.
Huh. I'm fighting back a giggle mildly, only because I agree with you that you can show up, just play the story, and have a great time. That is going to take you 300 to 450 hours, though.
It's true. It's just a tiny bit.
Yeah, just a little. But that I always, when I talk to friends who become even tangentially aware of kind of the life that I live on the internet, and they inevitably ask, like, should I play Final Fantasy 14? Because like almost all of my IRL friends that I still stay in contact with, that I actually talk games with, almost all of them at some point in my life was a WoW friend. And so they all have some semblance of MMO. They speak MMO. They speak fluent MMO. And very recently, even this came up. But every time one of them asks, should I play 14? There's always an awkward pause, and then I always say that it is a near identical recommendation as a long-running book series. It would be, for me, I would use Dresden Files as an example. I would just be like, yeah, it's amazing, and it's going to take you a very long time to catch up. So if you're looking for an experience like that, hell yeah. And then if they're like, well, I just kind of want new boss fights with like a DPS tank healer, Holy Trinity. I'm like, well, it's also good for that. Some people are going to get weird if you skip the story, but it's a really good one of those. So, and I don't think 14 gets enough credit for that. A lot of people tend to promote it on its story, which is exceptional. But it's also very good from an MMO gameplay standpoint.
Oh, absolutely. It's fantastic. I mean, you're talking to the right guy about this one. Every fight is an intimate dance. It's perfect.
I will say I'm a bit disappointed you don't horribly disagree with me, because Rath Gaming thinks 14 doesn't play well would be the headline of the century.
Sorry.
How dare you not give me that scoop? Oh,
Listen, I'll just say the same thing I say to everybody else, okay? There's one correct class, there's one correct job in Final Fantasy XIV. That job is Red Mage. All of the others were never intended to be there. Yoshi P was going to make it so Red Mage was the only class in the whole game that ever existed, but then all of the executives told him, nope, you can't do that, you gotta add the other classes. And so he had to secretly hold off before he could put it in Stormblood. So, I'm just telling you right now, Red Mage is the only class that should exist in the game and the only correct one. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, this is the last time we're gonna have Rath on. Say thank you, everybody. This,
Come on.
It's very, very, very nice to have you on. Unfortunately, this relationship cannot continue.
I liked Red Mage and FF1. That was good.
I play as I don't know how aware you are of our other various exploits, Rath, but we've been going through every Final Fantasy in order, because neither Kyle nor myself grew up playing Final Fantasy games. And for a lot of the popular ones, we just didn't have the console you could play them on. But going through the classic Final Fantasies has done a lot to help my opinion of Red Mage.
Oh yeah,
because unlocking Red Mage in 14 was like the first time I was like, oh, this game can make me feel overwhelmed. Like, when I was like, I think it was the first secondary job I tried to go after, and I was just like, oh, this is some oil and water for me. This is not blending.
That's beautiful. That's my favorite.
It's a lot of people's favorite. Incredible. It's a lot. I mean, you like it too, Kyle.
It's a good controller class.
I think you've settled pretty firmly on Samurai as like your new favorite job, your first new love after Astrologian. But Red Mage mainers are a passionate bunch.
I believe Red Mage is the only DPS I've managed to level sync something on. I did Doma Castle level synced as Red Mage, which was a masterpiece. It was the only class that was able to survive for long enough to actually get through all of the bosses and also manage to deal enough damage to handle Xenos's DPS check at the end. Al Amigo, not Doma. Thank you, Callus.
Yeah, that's right. Because he put. I guess that would be.
We have two castles in Stormblood. Yeah, I frequently confuse them as well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's all kinds of mechanics that basically get overlooked, and then when you go into solo, like a DPS check, that would probably get rid of where all of our minds probably go, which is like just play tank, like just survive and you'll be fine.
Yeah, DPS checks are normally hard stops in most any instance.
I would imagine that is the case. And yes, thank you, chat. Sorry, there's 3 castles in Stormblood. I forgot Kugani. How could I possibly forget?
Kugane isn't a real castle.
That's right. Yeah.
No, hold on. I love optional dungeons. Those are some of my favorite options. Those are some of my favorite dungeons of the game. Please bring back hard dungeons. The only request of mine that wasn't serviced in the most recent FanFest was the return of hard mode dungeons.
Sorry, everyone. I'm going to have to be leaving the podcast early. I am now learning that Garrett does the optional dungeons. I still don't even have Pharaoh Sirius unlocked on my main. I don't have any of these done.
Why do you need to apologize? You're in good company, because I never get these in any duty ever.
That's true.
They don't come up because I'm the only person with them unlocked.
Also, if I was looking at your checklist of shit you got to do, you could just throw those out. That must be very relaxing. Just have a huge pile of hard work you get to pass on.
Good. It's so great to see a dungeon, especially with stuff like For a while, I just left a lot of the blue quests just on my quest log, just so that everybody could see it and say, "Hey, do you want to go finish that Ifrit quest?" And I say no. It's the same with all. Hey, talking about things I say no to. When a fun thing that I can share with you is that on my main, I do not have flight in any Stormblood zone except one, I believe. So on solo, I said to myself when I got to Stormblood, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to get flight in any zone unless I absolutely have to for materials. So every single time that I'm brought over to Alamigo for something, everybody just gets to see that Aether Current right there, tantalizing,
Oh,
right
man.
within their reach. And then I teleport away and I never take it. And that is one of the true joys that I get with my chat.
You need a couple of red herrings just to like distract from things that would actually bother you and just know full well that this is going to tilt everyone and you're okay with that.
Tell me someone's done fan art for your channel that involves that one specific Aether Current as if it is a character in your journey.
Not yet.
And if not, get on it, fan artists.
All right, here we go. Lanes, good luck.
Personified.
What a best.
Oh my goodness. So we talked a little bit before stream because I needed to know just for like spoiler reasons how caught up you were on your non-solo character. Which does anyone even know you're like? Have you shown?
Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Xanther Altraza, and I am a Final Fantasy XIV character. Xanther is not caught up for post-patch, but that's only because I like to binge post-patch. I normally just wait until it's all ready to go, and then I could do it all at once instead of having to sit there and cry about it for a couple of months because I liked where the story was going. And it's taking 7 months before I get to see the continuation or whatever it ends up being. So, it's nice to just do it all at once.
That sounds healthy. That sounds very healthy.
I mean,
I go back and how are you feeling, Kyle? We've been current for a bit here. How are you feeling about covering 14 from patch to patch for really the first time ever in our lives? Because we didn't catch
caught up now
through Endwalker until Endwalker was damn near done, and we barely made it under the wire for Dawn Trail. Because I romanticize the thought of saving, like that does fill me with some joy. But then I also realized that we probably wouldn't watch live letters, and those also fill me with joy. I like watching.
No, I
letters.
watch the live letters. It's
do you?
fine.
Okay.
They never spoil me enough that it matters. I mean, I've seen a little squirrel. I don't really know what the squirrel is, but I know it vaguely exists in there somewhere.
Oh, Rat. Okay, we're repairing the Red Mage take. We're repairing it. Because of our journey, the spoiler concerns are frequent and intense. I don't know how much you paid attention to the Summer Games Fest, but because we just finished Final Fantasy VI, if you count in order, you know which one is next. And we caught a little heat for having the FF7R trailer up, and we were just sitting there like, we have no context. No context. Yeah. I have seen Sephiroth before. I know this character exists. Who he is, why he is, I couldn't tell you. Yes, we have the spoiler danger tolerance system.
Oh, this is incredible.
Yeah, yes. Yes, we've come up with this. It's an extremely visual gag. Sorry, audio listeners, but it starts at none, and it goes from low, moderate, high, very high to extreme, and then we have bullet points explaining everything. And Kyle and I both tend to hover around moderate. That's what we usually set the spoiler danger tolerance system to. And
it's very funny you say this because I basically have the same system with my chat for solo, but that's less so for my spoiler protection and more for everyone else's. Because since solo is a story going through all of the MSQ, a lot of people have joined the story before they've completed that part. So somebody jumping into stream chat that hasn't completed Endwalker, that has just started Endwalker with me, I always say that it's very important. You cannot say boss names. Boss names are enough of a spoiler in this. Trial names, you can use the name of the instance. Nobody would know what Seat of Sacrifice means. Absolutely no one would know what you're talking about when you come out of here with Thok asked Thok, you know? But if I'm sitting here and I'm telling you the Warrior of Light trial, that's a little bit more spoilery.
That one
and a little bit more dangerous.
Particularly, yes. There's other names you could use, and those are also spoilers. That being said, I remember like someone brought up Hades years before I made it to Shadowbringers, and I was just like, Kingdom Hearts? Hercules? Like, I had no idea. I had no clue.
But that is the difficulty with streaming, is you are going outside what you would consider a spoiler and trying to deduce a environment that everyone can feel comfortable in. Because, and it sounds like you're kind of with us on that, like trailers, those are crafted by at least some part of the company to be tantalizing and part of your journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I've met. You're on the internet long enough. You meet every type of person with every type of spoiler sensitivity. But like, so I'm starting. I used to think I was a normie, but I'm starting to feel like the odd man out. That I love going to the movie theaters early and actually seeing the trailers. Like, I love movie trailers. One of my favorite things. And I cannot imagine a world where I was not allowed to consume trailers. Like, and I just don't. I don't want to live in that world. I don't want to live in that world. I enjoy a good hype cycle. And so that pretty much enjoying a hype cycle informs my personal spoiler sensitivities.
But I will also judge. I will judge heavily on if a trailer has what appears to be major story beats in it. I'm assuming this is a visual feast of the eyes, not a very interesting plot.
Yeah.
I have been totally blind going into a few things in my life, but I would say it so rarely is worth the payoff.
You do remember?
I saw Cabin in the Woods.
Yes,
I saw Cabin in the Woods without seeing a trailer. Coolest experience of my life. Everything else I've ever seen without knowing about it, varying degrees of cool, but nowhere near the peak experience of blind Cabin in the Woods. So it's just not worth it. I don't think it's worth it. So yeah. Yeah, goodness, you've been on quite the journey. So you watch Live Letters. Are you all caught up on FanFest? Did you watch all of those festivities?
Yeah, absolutely. Very excited about that.
You didn't go, did you?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
It was I am currently in the frozen north. And I have to stay in the frozen north until I get some fancy paperwork, and then I'm allowed to leave the frozen north.
Ah, okay.
So what did you think of the combat update and how that affects your upcoming journey?
Very scared. Very scared. As soon as they said warrior was off tank, I got my heart sank.
We're friends. We're just friends now.
Just pure fear, because 80% of this has been based on warrior's survivability. So, I mean, there are replacement options. It's not like warrior was the only thing that could make it work, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult if all of a sudden my main class is in the garbage. But we'll see.
Yeah, I'm a Dark Knight main. I am a Dark Knight main. We're friends now. And yeah, I've got worries. It was it's not even a complaint, it's a concern, but it was the closest thing I had bordering on a negative feeling coming out of FanFest. I really enjoyed this FanFest. It's only the second one for me, so it's not like I can compare to a bunch of them, but I just had such a good time. But not that their demo wasn't already so much longer than I expected it to be. That over 2-hour panel where they demoed like one of each, but the splitting the classifications of tank is such a big thing for my brain to fathom that I was like, could it have been 3 hours? Could we have shown 2 tanks? I really wanted to see a main tank and an off tank. Please and thank you.
I think that FanFest was, even with all the FanFests that I've watched, the best FanFest that they've ever run. I think it had the coolest stuff by far, and the most major changes to the game. There is nothing in my mind that believes that there is going to be negatives coming into Evercold. I think all the stuff they showed, I'm really happy about and I'm really excited for. I have fears, but we are people that speak words and put them on the internet. So when I say that I'm concerned or afraid of something, everybody thinks I hate it. But I don't. I'm excited for Evolved Mode. I think it could be really cool, especially for normal gameplay. I'm just a little worried how it's going to affect my whole challenge system and all that jazz. We'll see.
You seem reasonable. You don't seem like someone who would just be like, this is awful, I hate it, it's the worst thing ever.
He hates it. I can't believe I'm never watching Rath Games again. He said that he doesn't trust the off-tank from Square Enix.
Someone please clip this out of context, particularly if off-tank ends up being one of the biggest controversies of Evercold. That would be great. Please just insert this out of context. That would be wonderful.
It works for me.
There might be those possible oddities like Dragoon being immune to 90% of damage where you could play other things, perhaps.
Hey, works for me. Give me iframes during jump and I'm in.
Yeah, the iframes are so exciting.
That sounds like they did.
They're getting there. They're getting there.
Pretty close. Pretty close.
They actually did say in that panel that they started with invincibility, but it kind of broke the game. They didn't really elaborate, but my guess would be if they gave you full iframes, you might not get pushed off during like a full clear, and then you'd just be a Dragoon standing there. I know. I want it too.
Come on.
Iframes are so exciting in so many different games.
Overall, the new combat looks so cool to me. I'm really hoping they nail it. I am certain, because it's an MMO and there's so many moving pieces, I am certain that certain jobs are gonna need a massage. There's gonna be concerns, problems, probably a bug here and there, but like I'm really crossing my fingers that for the most part it lands and kind of ushers in a new modern way to enjoy this game. So overall for I mean, in talking to you already, it seems like you're like kind of a big nerd about just how MMOs function and MMO systems. So yeah, that had to have been a highly entertaining FanFest for you.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful. Listen, they told me they were going to do eye level sync and I screamed. That was the greatest moment of my life. Do you understand how much that fixes everything? That saves me hundreds of hours.
I didn't think about that.
You're going to be probably caught up, though, right? Before it gets there?
Well.
Yeah, not to jump around too much, but in your recent video, you mentioned like the comments you'd received and the roadblocks ahead of you. And that Seed of Sacrifice was one of the big ones.
Oh, let's put it this way, Kyle. Let's put it this way. The manga will be caught up, and because the anime is such a authentic retelling of the manga, the new combat will not be present.
Oh, that's a possibility.
I don't know. I think on average, an expansion has taken me a year and a half. That can't be right. Because it's only been 3 years. And I'm 4 expansions in. That can't be right.
Yeah. This challenge is only 3 years old, and you're up to Endwalker.
There's got to be some.
A Realm Reborn took a year. That's definitely accurate.
Fair.
Maybe over a year.
Realm Reborn is meaty.
Stormblood was mostly the Susanoo grind, I guess. So that was 4 months for Susanoo, I think. 3 or 4 months. And then the rest was probably... maybe it's half a year per. Maybe I will just barely make it.
That's an interesting thought, chat, and I don't know that I know the answer. Invis, Invis in chat is saying, did they say that item level sync is only for max level? Because if so, that won't help you, Rath.
I don't. They never said anything about it being for specific levels. If anything, the bit that I feel like I remember them saying was that your highest level will be the one that it gets adjusted to, but
won't know until Tokyo.
Won't know till Tokyo.
I did think they said specifically highest level, but
right, that would be shared around.
That doesn't necessarily answer
It's
my
just
question.
the question of if they mean highest level or highest eye level, and is a weird one. So
yeah, and how would it work if your highest eye level was higher than would be possible for the current level of your alternate jobs?
It'd probably just work in the same way that the earring works, right?
Oh, that's
Have you ever had a pre-order earring?
Yeah.
It would just be like that.
Just kind of a forever slot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll see how that shakes out. But
you clearly document your time in the background, knowing that it took you 200 days, the impossible 60-hour trial. Oh my God. How do you structure your time to make this content? Like, do you sit down, you're like, okay, this is my 5-hour block where I'm going to craft? I know you stream, so is there stream content you do and kind of prepare that way?
Thursdays and Sundays are streams. And then every 3 to 4 weeks I have to release a video. That's my rule. The only exception to that was February of this year, where I did not release a video because I was working on Hades. And then the Hades video came out, I think, a little after, so like kind of mid-March, or start of March, one of those. Generally, though, it's I give myself about a week of buffer every time. So the week between me releasing a video, and then actually starting to work on the next video is meant, one, to give me time to actually progress in the streams, and two, to give me time to start planning other things and just kind of not burn out and hate everything. And then the next 2 to 3 weeks is working through the video production.
So pretty regimented then for you.
Yeah.
Except
I'm not the best at doing I'll do X hours a day, but I am pretty good at saying I need it by this date, and so it gets done.
So I know you have some artists that you work with, but the main bulk of editing, like getting your streams edited down to actually tell the story in video form, is that all you?
I have an editor that I work with for some videos, but the 90% of the videos are just entirely me. I have Tendori. I had Tendori helping for a while with the voiceover cuts once the actual okay. I take 40 hours of stream, which is whatever chunk of time. Let's say for the Lakshmi clear, that was probably about 28 hours of footage. So we'll take this 28 hours. I will sit down. I'll throw them in my editor. I will scroll through. I'll watch through any of the major parts. I will write the script as I go. I will cut a chunk of the stream or video, and I will read out that script line that I just wrote to make sure it matches up to the timing. And then I will delete everything else, and we move on to the rest of it. And then I finish the whole scripting, and then I record the VO, and then I go back and I cut down the VO to actually fit the slots, and then I'll cut the slots to fit in whatever. And then that's final edits, and then the video's done.
Dang.
So Tendori was helping mostly with the VO cuts part of that, and then the final edits and background music for a few of them. I haven't had him help on the recent ones, though. The most recent one that Tendori did, and the only video that I have not ever personally done any edits for, was the fishing marathon one that released at the start of maybe actually halfway through April, I think.
Mad respect. I've only just recently had a few projects where I needed to go in and edit some of our stream footage, and it can be so time consuming compared to like what we do, which is sit down and record specifically for a video where you know we only end up with on the high end 2 hours of footage that we're cutting down to. If it's that long, it's already a long video anyway, so we're probably only cutting it down to 45 minutes.
Yeah, I think I had it measured when I was first doing the video editing, but I don't know how accurate it is right now. But at least back then, it was about an hour and a half per minute of video.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can see how that adds up. Holy moly.
You're to compliment you, your videos are very well edited.
Yes, they're
Thank
very pretty, very well done.
They have a phenomenal flow to them, which is something I have a lot of respect for. Particularly because I've seen a lot of videos that implement a lot of stream footage, and you're definitely a cut above.
Thank you. It's very kind of you.
Yeah, I can see
enjoy
that. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. When I started watching it, went to a couple of my friends. I was just like, I think this might be the best 14 content right now. This stuff is so good. It's a freaking phenomenal setup. It's you have all your rules, and just thinking about how much time we've already talked about, just the three of us, like your rule set, how you kind of massaged it as you went through, and all those sorts of technicalities. But it also just has such a delightfully simple elevator pitch, which is just that's what works for content for YouTube, for anything that you're putting out into the world. Like the fact that you can explain this so quickly. It's genius. It's exactly the kind of stuff that you look for as a content creator.
Well, let's continue the flattery too. Just that your build up for that eventual clear is so good. Like the way you present all the roadblocks on paper, showcase the roadblocks, maybe even showcase something like your emergency break glass footage if you need it, is wonderful.
Thank you. It's very kind. I generally, for all kinds of media, I like to let myself become very just, I will sit there, and if the person that made it wants me to feel an emotion, I will just purposefully let myself feel it. I am very easily malleable. If the story is being sad, it doesn't matter how terrible the show is. If they're giving me an emotional moment, I will let myself feel those emotions, and sometimes I will make myself feel them. So I will cry a lot to movies. I will just sit there and laugh a lot to things, just because I like to have that emotional experience to a show. And so with all of my videos, I have a gauge of how much I actually liked the video and how well I did. Of if I am crying while I'm editing this video, then it's a good video. And if am not, then I'm missing something.
That's a really cool tool that you can be emotionally available for your own creations.
I mean,
that's why it's so good.
I have to like it enough that I'm going to watch it. Otherwise, why would I post it?
There are the number one reason we have canned videos. It's like, I would turn this off by now. Why am I making this?
I had a artist friend once show me a tree that they have inserted into every project they did for like 2 years. It was this beautiful stump. Gorgeous. And he showed me a swamp with this one stump in it, a Star Wars setting with this one stump in it, and just like, it was amazing. And he communicated to me the tragedy it was when he eventually said, you know what? I think this stump is bad. Despite the graphical fidelity that I have painted into this stump, it should never see the light of day.
I mean, I feel that a little bit myself very recently, because unfortunately, I made a terrible mistake with the Hades video. When I was making the Hades video, I put my everything into that video. My heart, my soul, everything that I had went into that video's production. And so when it was done, I said to myself that was it. This is my magnum opus. This is everything. I cannot do better than this. And for the next month, I felt that. And it was hard to make any video at all. And so I made myself just sit there and said, I'm just going to make a video a week and we're going to try and get out of this. I made a video every week. And it's only now that I'm starting to prep for the Seed of Sacrifice video that I had to sit there and reconcile with myself and say, the reason that this is so hard now and the reason that this hurts so much to try and make new videos is because I told myself that I had reached my limit. And now I just, instead of raising myself up and saying that I had succeeded and done something incredible, what I accidentally did was just make a gigantic wall in front of myself where I said I can't go further. And so I'm sitting with the Seed of Sacrifice planning, and I have to really just kind of say, yeah, how this one has to be better. And now I have to do that for me.
Jeez.
It's a weird experience.
I'm feeling very thankful for the things that we felt we had to do after we caught up at the end of Endwalker, because similar feelings for sure. That all of that, but how short? I don't even remember how short. I know shortly after we caught up, at least Endwalker patch content, we were lucky enough to get invited to media tour, and that it kind of, it didn't snap me out of it because I still remember being like just kind of mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
But it was just like, well, we are going to this, so we need to keep going. Because we both agreed, we're like, well, we should probably be caught up if we're going to media tour. And also, luckily, this is a duo project, so I also had Kyle and I took turns, just kind of being like, wait, well, we got to keep going. We just got to keep going. We need to keep going. We need to keep working on this. We need to keep putting out videos. But
good.
Oh boy, yeah. I went into like a mental space of just like, I leaned really hard on, I've been making stuff with Kyle for a decade. Why stop now? Just keep going. I leaned really hard on that feeling.
There you go. That's fantastic.
Well, and for that particular video, you had to create, wasn't it Solo Savior was their name?
Yes.
That is
Solo Savior.
Oh my goodness. A massive undertaking, which you still led by the rules you had established and had to redo everything.
The only changes that I made were for the sake of scale for the many questions that I've got while I've done this journey. There's a lot of times where I'll have comments on many of the videos, especially the older ones, where it's just like, it's kind of stupid that you got rid of the quest gear. Why would you not just take it? Or just, why are you not including shops? They should be allowed. RuneScape allows shops when you're an Iron Man. And so I had the perfect opportunity to show you exactly why. I've cut off a fifth of the time for solo only to get to the end, because Savior was able to make use of quest gear. Savior was able to make use of merchants.
Yeah, you were able to get that the Gunbreaker set, right? That kind of expedited the whole thing.
I sat there and I grinded out to level 60 to unlock Gunbreaker before I killed Ifrit, so that I could do every single bit of A Realm Reborn as Gunbreaker with that gear on. And then it was
easy. God almighty. That's ridiculous. I respect it though, because I haven't seen every single video. Like I said, I've kind of just jumped around, but the moment where you go, if you're seeing this footage, something terrible has happened. I think that's my favorite moment so far. It's just it. Oh God, it simultaneously speaks to the game player in me, but also the video editor in me. Like it's just like I could feel you opening the folder and grabbing the .mp4.
The animation that I had Hingy Bingy make for that as well is probably my favorite part of the whole series. just the scene of both of them together in that moment was very, very emotional for the whole time that I was working with Hingy on the commission. I hadn't finished Savior yet. Savior wasn't ready. So I had this animation made, and it became my driving force of I have to fill this part. I have to make this real. And that's what I'm stuck with now. And that's what I have to do. Because it was just such a overwhelming and powerful scene for me that I needed to fulfill it.
That's so cool.
So sick.
Yeah, I can imagine a lot of situations where that must have happened. What I often think of is if you've ever watched the making of Jurassic Park. It's a great bit of the DVD, and you got Spielberg there, and he's just talking about how devastated he is that he has to tell the best stop motion, go motion maker in the world that they're going with CGI. And how hard he tried to make that classic movie technique work because he had the footage in his hands. It was there. The raptor was running. We can do this. But boy, is it going to be easier with computers.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. One of my favorite behind the scenes. Oh, God. Yeah. Making good on effort on the behalf of others or faith placed in you on behalf of others is it's a hell of a fuel. It can really keep you going, and at times where if you were left to your own devices you really don't want to.
I mean, that's kind of how Solo is. The only reason that Solo has gotten this far is because of the expectation, is because so many people look to me as the guy that solos the game and looks at that with so much joy that I've been able to do it. It's hard for me to stay committed to things like this in general. I'm pretty good at sticking to the funny little challenge runs I do for any video game. Even I've always done that, even without recordings or anything for YouTube. But those are mostly my only driving force, but a lot of them I'll just end because they didn't feel right for a while. And I don't know how far Solo would have gotten if it wasn't for the fact that so many people looked at him with that sensation of joy and said, I want to see where this goes.
What's your favorite part of it, though? Like, because to me, seeing this challenge and going, oh man, like getting out your pen and paper and being like, which class can pull it off? Like, you got to get nitty gritty. You said you went to school for designing MMOs? So where do you find...
I'm a game designer.
Yeah, where do you find that?
I guess my favorites are learning the dance is always one of my favorite parts of it, though learning the dance can be especially exhausting. With Seed of Sacrifice was the worst one. That was 3 separate days and I think 14 hours, maybe 13 hours of just fighting the Warrior of Light. It was genuinely an exhausting experience, but the moments where it made it worth it was the moments where I could finally get past a mechanic. I've gotten a system and I can get through these 3 mechanics in a row and I can do that every time and it will work every time. I have the Hades fight with Savior when I'm trying to pull out each individual mechanic. What things can I survive? What things can I just tank so I can focus more on dealing damage? The nitty gritty for each individual fight is definitely the most fun. But other than that, I think the weird one for me is just kind of the slow and relaxing moments where I'm mathing out gear. Because a lot of this game, gear is not something you think about. Stats are not something you think about. A lot of people, especially in endgame, are told what gear that they should wear for the proper Savage fights. They know what gear to wear for day one Savage. They know what gear they're supposed to have for their class. They know what food they're supposed to use. They know what potions they're supposed to use. I don't have that. I have to. One of the most fun that I can think of was the very end of Stormblood when I had a DPS check that was absolutely ridiculous. I think I won that DPS check by like 4 or 5 frames, maybe at most. And all of the time spent digging through the possible gear options, and objectively, if I hit the recommended gear button, it puts on a different set of armor. But when I sit there and I do out all the math and I plan everything, and this gives me the highest possible crit chance, this gives me the highest crit damage, this gives me the best DPS out of any set, so I have to go with this one. It's those kind of things where you get to be more intimate with the mechanics of 14 that otherwise are taken away.
I hadn't really thought about the fact that this information just doesn't really exist. Like, there's nowhere to really go and get collaborative info on best in slot for solo min-eye level echo turned off. Like, for a random trial back in Heaven's Ward.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you just have no recourse but to figure it out yourself.
Mm-hmm. And then the extra bit on top of that is there's some things that we just don't know ever. I cannot tell you the difference between one strength because there is no real way for me to measure that. Theoretically, one strength should be more important than 100 of a substat. I do not know. And I have no way of showing you. And I have no way of checking. Because Final Fantasy XIV is like Pokemon. You have damage ranges. It doesn't do a set number every time you hit with something. It will do between X and Y. And those damage ranges makes it incredibly difficult to get the individual difference of one stat. And so it's a lot of trial and error, and it's a lot of fun to get to see the individual interactions with stuff. I also have this very fun website that I use all the time called Awk Morning. Hold on, let me find this.
I'm also laughing because there are folks in chat right now saying, well, that resource exists now because Rath is pioneering it. They are not wrong.
This one, Awk Morning, is a website that's built out for the important stat tables for substats. This is where you look at what gear difference is. This is where I could see if you pull up the critical hit stat tiers at level 100, 420 on your critical hit stat is a 5% rate, 5% crit rate, 40% damage bonus. And then if I get my critical all the way up to 1477, then I will have a 12.5% crit rate, and I'll have a 47.5% damage bonus overall. So it's all of the individual. If I put in one more materia, I can jump 2 increases. I can jump up by 2 breakpoints. And that's anything cool in the middle of that isn't worth me taking. If I can't get over a breakpoint, it's not worth the materia, it's not worth the extra gear, it's not worth the change.
Oh, God. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember learning about that when I did my first Savage and getting the gear and the materia and the whole, like, oh, should that be easier to understand, or do you like it kind of at this more crunchy level?
I like it as it is, honestly. I wish there was something in-game that told me when I hit a breakpoint, so I don't have to go to the website that gives me a big chart that says what the number is that I'm targeting for, and I can put a materia in and it says, wow, you hit 2 breakpoints. So X and Y, you get extra crit rate. Congratulations. Something like that for a little bit of feedback, but I do like it as it is. I think it's kind of nice.
That would be cause for celebration. You know, as a player, you see a nice little graphic pop up that goes, blah, blah, yeah, you did it.
Yeah, exactly. This is, while we have this open, especially, I can show you one of my favorite facts about 14. that people get very upset at me whenever I talk about when I'm not talking about it on a stream with the people that I've talked about it to a million times. Anytime I bring it up somewhere else like Twitter, they get so mad at me. Anyway, if you just scroll really slightly down to the stat tier there, so base tier for critical hit, 5% crit rate is 420 critical hit stat. Okay, if I just at the very bottom of that, 685 gets me 6.9% crit rate. If you set the show data for level to 90, just real quick, up at the very top of set that to 90.
Okay.
All of a sudden, 400 gets me a 5% crit rate, and 581 gets me 6.9%. As you level up in Final Fantasy XIV, you get weaker.
No.
The thing that happens is you have a higher requirement for every single individual breakpoint. That matters for damage reduction for armor, that matters for critical hit, that matters for your main stats like strength. So as a level 90 that only has access to level 70 gear, I am legitimately making myself weaker going into a trial on Silence Echo than I would be otherwise.
Oh, now I'm upset.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at you. I'm mad that you told me this.
It's so common. I'm not surprised. It's such a great fix for ever increasing power and giving people the treadmill, but it's always disappointing.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
just
cursed
the sort
knowledge.
of thing that you just never think about it when you're playing the game until you have something weird like this pop up. For me, it is a massive stopping point, or has been throughout the journey, because if I'm going to silence echo a boss, I'm taking like at least 20% more damage. So I need to make sure that it's worth it.
That makes sense.
Interesting.
Jeez. Huh. Well, thank you for the curse knowledge, Rath.
You're welcome.
Don't appreciate it, but I'm glad that you thought I was mature enough to handle it.
You can think about that every time you slot a materia into your gear for the rest of your time playing 14.
I will try very hard not to.
Don't worry. I'm setting something in my calendar. Every 3 months, I'm going to send you a reminder.
I guess the best part I can say is I've never felt it while leveling. Like, I've had experiences in video games. You fight 3 bandits, you level up, you go try to take the same 3 bandits. Oh my God, how can this happen? I've got higher numbers, right?
Yeah, right. Like, yeah. I mean, the first time I really experienced that was like going to Burning Crusade for the first time and being like, why am I dying to a boar? What happened?
Mm-hmm. At least we went through a portal. It was an astral boar, like.
Well, it was a Hellfire Peninsula boar.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir. There's nothing astral going on in Hellfire Peninsula.
Its muscles don't obey the laws of Azerothian structure necessarily.
Sure. I mean, they were in the past pre-World of Warcraft, so arguably they should be like lower level than people in Azeroth. But let's just not worry about that. Let's not worry. I'm going to try very hard not to worry about a lot of things. But yeah, do you have time to take some questions, Rath? We got some folks with some questions in our Discord.
Absolutely, that's no trouble for me. But I will just say beforehand, I remember on the list that you wanted to talk about a garage.
I was curious.
I also have to tell you about my banner.
Oh,
okay.
So the art for my channel is done by Persimmon on Blue Sky C. Absolutely fantastic artist. One Dried Persimmon for all of you audio enjoyers out there. They many years ago now, it feels like, Final Fantasy XIV did the thing where you could get a Mountain Dew and you could get a code that gives you a thing for you get the zoom mount in game if you do that, or you could get other things. And on this list of things were an Alizé and an Alphino Nendroid, I think, that you were able to get shipped to you if you got enough Mountain Dews for it. So C said, hey, if anyone wants to do this for me, I will give you art. And I said, hold on a minute, I'm about to. And so I went out to my nearest store and I purchased some, I think, like 70 bottles of Mountain Dew, and individually sent them all of the codes for their Alphino and Alizé, and that is how I got my banner.
That is bananas.
I should have the Mountain Dew post somewhere too, because I took a picture of all of them on my stove. It was horrific. And then I'm not going to drink that much Mountain Dew, so I poured it into my bathtub, and it eroded the bottom of my bathtub.
Wow.
I have cleaned oil off my driveway with Coca-Cola, so that tracks.
That's horrifying.
That tracks. Wow. Did you do it as a gag? Like you wanted a photo of your bathtub full of Mountain Dew and oops, I ruined my bathtub?
You know, I wanted to do that, and then as more and more of it got into my bathtub, I said, I can't take a photo of this. This is the worst thing I've ever done. And so I just didn't. But here they all are stacked up for you. Right there.
Wow. Oh my. Oh, you sent a photo?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's the photo of the art that
Oh, it's not even the traditional
oh my
green
god.
ones.
There's all of them.
Wow.
You look like you're working in a Mountain Dew factory.
Thank you. I tried my best.
Oh my god. Yeah, Chad, I agree. That is also my favorite episode of Breaking Bad. Yeah. Yeah. That is, oh boy. Wow.
And then also my garage. What was that?
Yeah, I was curious pre-show when we were talking about all of your characters. I was curious how many Warrior of Lights you have in your stable, your garage now.
Many. Oh god. I have my Blame Chat character, which was an April Fool's joke where I had a character that could only follow people and they had to get me around to my MSQ. That was a great day. I haven't heard of this. I need to go watch that. That sounds great. I have Professional Yapper. It was the Rath gal we scrolled past at the top there, who was playing Final Fantasy XIV with only chat commands.
Oh, right, yeah.
I have Limsa, which was a bunny boy that can't leave the city of Limsa Lominsa. I have Ulda, who couldn't leave all of Thanalan. I have Savior, I have Solo. I feel like I'm missing someone. I have Xanther, but that doesn't count. I'm thinking about challenge characters. Did I do any others? Maybe I didn't.
Would count your actual Warrior of Light in the Warrior of Light count.
All right, probably. Oh yeah, all of my speedrun characters. That's what it was. I have Aerodynamis and Jardbert Final Giantis. They are. And those were for my speedrun days, where speedrun or Realm Reborn in 20 hours.
That's freaking fantastic. People are yelling Big Catch. Does Big Catch not exist?
Oh, Big Catch. No, you're right. I should have deleted that character. But Big Catch was how fast can I catch every fish in A Realm Reborn?
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me you can only play if Mr. Happy is playing.
That would be great. But Big Catch was a massive toll on my mental, and I will never do Big Catch ever again.
The fish is where you draw the line.
The fishing is my one greatest hatred in this game. I cannot stand fishing. I love it. Super cool system, incredible stuff. You cannot make me fish anymore. I did everything that I said I would, and there's no more fishing. I did a 22-hour marathon of big fishing. 22 hours straight, I sat at this computer, catching every legendary fish in the entire game. You're never making me fishing.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. I was about to launch into my compliment of fishing in 14 being a lot more fun than in other MMOs, but that would do it. That would do it for me.
It's so cool. No, don't put it in me. It's fine. You can keep it over there.
Dear God. Okay, so That's a decent number of warriors.
Actually,
of light. That would be.
Sorry, this is a perfect one. This is a perfect opportunity. Can you pause the video real quick?
Hmm?
Can you just scroll back to like the very start of this? There should be me holding a fish in there.
Oh, the IRL?
Yeah, pause right on that. Yeah. Garrett, we were talking earlier about having very similar hair, and I was feeling the joy of
see
having
what you
someone
look
else
like.
with my hair. Yeah, there you go. There's my hair.
Yeah.
I forgot I even had this.
Yeah, mine's a little more smooth today, but yeah, I got I got the curls.
A masterpiece. All right, there it is.
Gorgeous hair. Absolutely.
That was the
gorgeous.
only purpose of this.
Yeah, Kyle, before you even joined the call, we were commiserating on our similar textures of hair.
It's fair.
You know,
I am an outlier in this room.
Yeah, as one does. This can I do this? Yeah. Here we go. Here's my. This is how curly it can get. You know. So.
Perfect.
It's just a little more smooth today. I've been wearing beanies this week. God almighty. This is great.
That's true. I should actually ask you, am I allowed to do a quick plug for something?
Whatever you want.
You're the guest here.
Since
Go for it.
We're talking about fishing.
As long as you're not like scamming the audience, you can plug whatever you want.
Absolutely. Since we're talking about fishing, the Eorzean Museum Network is currently running a Pride event where if you catch a Warden of the Seven Hues, send a screenshot in to eorzea.fish. You can support an LGBT charity just with something as easy as catching a fish in the game. Go catch a Warden of the Seven Hues. Go participate. Very important. Become a fisher legend. Thank you.
That's amazing.
This is the first time in my life I've ever heard it referred to as LGBT, and
That's just helpful knowledge, really. At the end of the day, that's convenience.
It is. Thank you.
Oh wow! Look at this guy. Yeah. Okay. Well done.
7 Hues.
That is a phenomenal contest.
Eorzean.fish.
Eorzean.fish.
Exactly. You could find it somewhere in there. I don't remember where, but it's somewhere. Fruity's the one running it, so I got no clue.
I have been to the website before, but every time it comes up, I am reminded that .fish domains exist. Shout out to Eorzean Aquarium. They're so cool.
Thank you.
They're so flippin' cool.
According to this...
no, sorry. Go ahead.
According to the chat, this is a bit of a challenge, this here fish.
No. It's easy. Don't worry about it. Just go do it. Just go catch it. Don't worry about it. I didn't catch it in all 22 hours that I was doing the legendary fishing. Just go get it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Sounds extremely doable.
Easy.
Sounds extremely doable.
Yeah. Sorry, Garrett. I've interrupted you like 3 times trying to get to the question segment with new tangents.
Completely fine. We invited you. You were invited. You're here to talk. It's what you're here for. Now, we invite you to continue speaking because some lovely folks in the Grinding Gear Discord in the Ask the Hosts channel dropped some questions, starting with Wish, who does not want to talk about fish, but does want to talk about hand cramps. How bad are yours, and what do you do to relieve them?
So the worst instance is Seed of Sacrifice. No question for hand cramps. I had to do 2 different controls for that QuickTime event. I had to do it on a controller in one hand and on my keyboard in the other. That caused terrible pains. The best thing you can do for it is to just stretch your hand a little bit. You stretch it out, stretch your fingers all the way out, spread your fingers around, and then just close your hand in a fist. And then just do that a couple of times. And that helps a little bit. Otherwise, good luck, Lamau.
I had to buy a brace for my right hand while we were doing on-content Savage raiding to sleep in. I would wake up with really bad cramps, and I had to sleep with a brace on, and it did eventually correct my issue.
The braces are nice.
Yeah, I cannot game with them. I know some people do. I cannot do it. But I would have to put it on my right hand and go to sleep, and that was the only way that I didn't wake up with crippling hand pain. So, yeah, and then weirdest thing I've ever found: learn how to play bass, and very specifically pluck. That helps kind of limber my hands up. Yeah, I'm very bad at it, but I do it in moments of intense PC gaming. I'll try and play bass a little more. Kotar asks, if the journey to complete this game solo has increased your appreciation for anything, what is it?
Just like all of the different systems 14 has for combat and crafting that we never really see otherwise. I mean, I get to have a lot of funny quips for now that are sticking with me forever. You know, in A Realm Reborn, they had potions for specifically reducing the damage dealt by certain elements. So an Earth Ward potion would reduce Earth damage. Earth damage doesn't exist anymore. So if you make that potion, it still exists in the game. You can still make it. If you make that potion and use it, it turns into dye pigment. And recently, with the new changes to dyes, they even changed the pigment that it turns into. But it's still there. You could still use it and turn it into pigment. It just turns into a different one now.
Oh.
What? Huh. Okay.
It's incredible.
Would have never known that. God, yeah. Every time you talk about like the nitty gritty of this whole exercise, I don't know if you watch like other kinds of content online, but I really enjoy car content, like automotive content. And a lot of listening to you reminds me of like hearing from like endurance racers and time attack drivers, because it's just doing the same thing over and over again, trying to make minute improvement.
Yeah,
it's
like it's a
kind of
very
cool.
Marathoning is a very good way of putting it for a lot of these different instances. It's not too far off.
It's a lot. I've never once in my life paid any attention to my tire pressures other than when the light comes on. Then you learn about racing and you're like, oh, you need to crunch those numbers. They're very important. Yeah. I will warn you that this question comes from one of the artists in our channel who draws a lot of Warrior of Lights, and our Warriors of Light have been drawn pregnant. So Rebe asks, Dear Rath, what's your Warrior of Light lore? Answer carefully.
Okay, so hold on. Firstly, you started this off by saying that your Warrior of Light was drawn pregnant.
By this question asking individual, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to just very briefly send you an image to put on screen if you don't mind. There you go. That's a wonderful experience. This is my dear friend Mirror Slamant gave me Mpreg Solo and Xenos Yaoi. So that's the manga cover for it.
Okay, just double check. We can show this.
Yeah.
Probably, maybe. Just for a brief moment.
Safe for work, depending on where you work.
Exactly, you know?
So yeah, that's, I live with zero fear. I live with zero fear of this.
It happens.
Audio description.
Only natural.
Rath's solo Warrior of Light character being sensually embraced by Xenos, and there's text that says no longer solo, and a volume edition in the top right corner.
Volume 1 with the quip, as many as the good Lord will put in me.
So
it's
you're aware of the internet then. I see you've experienced the internet.
I live with zero fear of this. So Solo has a very limited lore, mostly because I live in fear of making my lore for a character that is out for the world to see. So, the extent of his existence was told once in a quizzical encounter, where he was once living in a cave, farming tomatoes, and then the meteors hit. And he decided, you know what? It's fine. I don't care. And he went back in his cave. But then his tomato plants died, and he could no longer grow them. And so he had to venture on to find a new place. That's it. That's the guy.
Humble beginnings.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's freaking fantastic. Jack Herbert asks, what's the of everything you've done, which is a lot, what's the biggest hurdle?
If you had asked me this any weeks prior, it would have been Hades. Right now, I think the permanent answer for that is Seed of Sacrifice. I do not believe there is anything that would be worse than 30 minutes straight endurance, one attempt per instance, 15 minutes to set up the echo, 30 minutes of perfect play after that, or reset the instance and start again. I don't think there could ever be something worse than that.
So pretty darn recent.
Yeah.
So look forward to the video.
I was curious if it was going to be that, but it doesn't sound like it's that answer for a simple reason. You gave a lot of very specific reasons as to why that's your answer. Yeah. You were just talking about crafting, but Just Blue Jay wanted to know how much crafting you did before the journey began.
Oh, none. I hated crafting. I simply never touched it. I think my goldsmith was at level 90 and maybe one other class. And I did that to try and make money, but I hated it, so I didn't do it.
I am
Crafting
not the biggest.
was not my jam.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan either, but I do think the way 14 goes about it is very cool, very unique, and very high effort. But it's
a very cool experience.
It's not what gets me to log in.
But
it's nice to do it when I have reasons to do it. I don't like making myself interact with it.
I mean, that seems in line with a lot of what you've talked about. I mean, do you think that you would be crunching crit stats that hard if you weren't soloing?
Oh, absolutely not. Are you crazy? Who do you think I am? I don't know that leveling up makes me weaker. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so necessity breeds interest, I guess, if nothing else.
Okay.
Alto wants to know if you're excited for Evercold. Said Solo's Journeys has always been to clear Endwalker, but is there any plan to continue beyond into its post patches? You must get this question a lot, I would imagine.
So, especially recently, yes. Right now, Solo's end is 6.0. That is the narrative decision that I have made. I believe that there is no better point in the story to say that it's done, and I do not want the ending for Solo to be, okay, we're caught up. I want it to be an ending, you know? So 6.0 is probably a hard set point for me. If I am desperately failing to think of anything else to do past Solo, I might do some epilogue videos, but mostly I do not expect Solo to get past 6.0 ever.
I can think of a certain raid that really feels like a nice epilogue to Endwalker, but you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm just me. I'm just me. Yeah. Yeah. Azu asks, do you read Solo Leveling?
Oh yeah, I loved that one. That's one of my favorite manhwa of all time.
All right, Azu has a follow-up. Are those rookie numbers or is he aspirational?
Rookie numbers.
Damn. Wow.
Absolutely rookie numbers.
I think he would actually go against the rules quite a few times, though, because it does party up, even if he's protecting people. Yeah.
Exactly. Goodbye.
Getting emotional support at the very least.
If I could level up that much from just grinding mobs, I would be doing that all day, every day. Make me eternally powerful.
I need something with a new silent protagonist. I need something in my life. I love it. And like, it's just so many people are afraid to just not say anything.
It's true. It's very true.
Amphides, are you going to Crystal Tower Endsinger?
What?
I actually am confused about
Crystal
that
Tower.
No, I'm not. No.
Or they're talking about
it's okay. I got that.
You went about Crystal Tower a very unique way.
Yeah, Crystal Tower was the only proper exception that I have had to make that was a full stop in general. Crystal Tower was you can't even queue into it without 3 people. So there was nothing that I could do about it. So my decision was either I could pay Square Enix the funny money and then skip this singular quest in A Realm Reborn that requires the Crystal Tower clear, or I could gather together everybody that has been doing the solo challenge up until now and then have us do it as a group with the same solo restrictions of no healing allowed, no participating with each other. You just have to be here in the fight. And that's how we did it. I will not be Crystal Towering Endsinger.
Ah, that's a good way to go about it. That's cute. I do see no healer. Wait, you just had to leave that slot open? Is that what I'm seeing for the healer slot?
Yeah, we just didn't have that many people. This is the extent. This is everyone that could make it.
Wow.
Well, it just happens to be okay. That makes sense.
We ran another one very recently for the new solos, and I brought Savior on as a trip for that. And we actually had a good amount of people for that one. And when I tell you that all of the struggles that I went through in this particular instance of Crystal Tower were gone because of how many more people we had, it was incredible.
That's really cool. It'd also be neat, because of the 3-party system. It'd be neat if there was a channel with 2 people, and then if you ever wanted to collab and triple an alliance raid, just 3-stack an alliance raid. That'd be
but we have to get solo there ourselves. That sounds neat. That's part of the journey. Neat. We got to join the journey at that point.
Yeah. One and everyone, one person could claim A, one person could claim B, and one person could claim C. I'm just thinking out loud here.
Yeah, sure.
It's really specific. I don't know where you would find a channel where there's frequently 2 people, but it'd be a cool idea for the future.
Of course, yeah. No, I'll have to look into that. Maybe Joe Cat or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, well Joe is, despite having 2 names, Joe is one person.
Joe and Cat? Are you?
Yeah, yeah. Joe and Cat are the same person. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I know, right?
No, it could never work.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Iprix asks, is there anything you would like the devs to change to make your solo challenge maybe not easier but need less workarounds?
Would you like a self-found mode or something like that?
I don't think 14 is too good for that, honestly. I think really the one thing that I would care about that would make the game better for people doing my challenge would be more of duties understanding how many players are in the instant. There's a lot of times, there's a lot of dungeons, there's a lot of fights that there are mechanics that require there to be multiple people there. And for Balser's Wall, for example, final boss of Balser's Wall has the chain. The chain fetters you, holds you in place, takes away all of your abilities, takes away all of your movement. You can't do anything. And if you don't kill the chain in time, you die. Balser's Wall specifically targets the healer for the chain. So when there isn't a healer in the instance, when the game does not consider anyone to be a healer, it just doesn't chain you. That sort of thing. More of those instances of the game recognizes that I do not have 8 people. I could not LB3 if I wanted to. So make it somehow livable. It doesn't have to be easy, but give me some way of surviving an LB3 check for normal instances. I would never want any of that to extend past just the normal story instances, but it'd be nice for the normal ones.
I see what you're saying. We used to blind a lot of extremes and do the puzzle solving. And it was a very enjoyable activity, but around the end of Stormblood, things became more, if there's not this target, it will be applied to someone else, and the readability of a death VOD dropped off pretty dramatically. Now, of course, now we know that everyone explodes, and then 2 DPS are exploding over there, but 1 tank's exploding. We go, that's probably a support one, and there were too many supports dead, so let's ignore that pool and let's try again. But it was fun when the puzzle was that particular in its answer.
Got a question about when solo savior became an idea. Let's see.
July of last year is when I was getting hit with the realization that Seed of Sacrifice was soon, and I needed to start preparing for it.
Okay,
July of last year is when I started.
Yeah, this was from Cork, and they were curious if the idea had entered your mind during Susano Prague.
Not that early. Mostly when I started Shadowbringers, basically, was around the time where I sat down and realized, I really need to start Savior just in case Seed of Sacrifice goes terribly.
It's a hell of a fight.
Mm-hmm.
God, Kyle, you remember it took us a while to do the extreme.
Yeah.
Why did we make that like a for fun charity stream event? That was so sweaty.
Oh yeah, that was a heck of a day. That was a long day.
That was sweaty. Oh. Wafifi asks, sound like you're quite the MMO fan. Any interest in the new Guild Wars 3 announcement?
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I played Guild Wars 2 a little bit when it first came out, and I was much younger. But I don't know, it just didn't really stick with me for some reason. But Guild Wars 3, I will absolutely be trying when it comes out. There's no question in my mind.
I like both Guild Wars quite a bit, but I've never stuck with either of them for a particularly long amount of time.
The real thing I'm waiting for is Arcade 2, baby.
Oh.
Arcade 2. Arcade, greatest MMO of all time. Don't, that's not real. I hate that MMO so much, but it's my favorite, and I can't change it, okay? I understand it's the worst MMO that's ever existed, but it's the only MMO that gives me boats. It's the only MMO where I can make my own ship, and it's the only one where I get to sail in the ocean. So, Arcade wins by default, and it doesn't exist anymore. All services for Arcade are down forever. I would like Arcade 2 so I could play it again. Thank you.
Do you have interest in other games that involve sailing in boats, or does it have to be an MMO?
I mean, preferably an MMO, but I do like boats. Sea of Thieves, masterpiece. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, masterpiece.
The best Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
Exactly. As soon as it has a boat, it's the best game.
I have not tried it yet. I really want to play Windrose.
Oh, yeah, I also have that on my list. I'm in the same boat. I'm not there yet, but maybe one of these days during one of my week offs, I'll go and play it.
Ooh. Oh yeah, chat's also mentioning Valheim, which is probably one of my favorite games that involves sailing around on boats.
Large amounts
Valheim
of time in boats,
incredible.
But maybe not boat action.
No. It's still great.
Okay.
The boat sailing is all I need.
All right.
Kyle has clearly pushed something that scarred him out of his brain, because what do you mean there's not enough action? The first time you and I had to do a death run to get our stuff back was because
blood mosquitoes, I think they were.
We got death mosquitoed on a boat. On our boat, full of the best stuff we had.
Yep.
And we had to corpse run that to get all our stuff back. It was... until we did Savage, that was the sweatiest I've ever been in a video game with you. Like, I thought we were gonna die.
Valheim will do that to you. That was real.
Yeah, those were good times. Zian wants to know if you're going to help Fruity do you mad.
That's a very funny joke. I have my ultimate clear title. I am an ultimate legend. I did a woo. You can't make me go back. I'm not touching that clown with a 50 yalm pole. It's over.
It's funny how
good luck, Fruity.
How often that's said by so many content creators that they got their title, they'll never do it again. Weird.
Yeah.
Yep. There comes a point in streaming very difficult content where you think to yourself, maybe I just won't stream it anymore, and maybe I just won't do it ever again. Yeah. I just ran out of things to say during our Savage runs. I just started screaming and crying.
Kind of
goes. Attempt to entertain anymore. Yeah. But yeah, I think that that covers the questions, and I think that brings us to a natural conclusion of your first appearance. That's right, you have to come back. It's unfortunate, but I agreed with too many things you said, Rath.
All right,
just too darn agreeable.
Yeah, you're just too darn agreeable, and that's gonna be a real problem for you, because it means we're gonna invite you back on sometime.
That's perfect. You're more than welcome. Invite me anytime, so long as that means I get to hide in your suitcase the next time you go to a media tour.
Oh, okay. So you've never been? You've never been to any of the live events?
Square Enix doesn't talk to me. I do the funny solo challenge.
I would have to imagine you are on their radar for this.
I mean, I'd like to think so, but
you are one of the most talked about 14 content creators. Period.
We'll see with Evercold. If I get that funny email, then I'll agree with you.
We don't get,
if not,
stories about us written in PC Gamer. That's not something that happens to us here at Grinding Gear. We have not been multiple PC Gamer headlines. Okay, that hasn't happened. So just putting that out there.
Solo consultant. Yeah, there's lots of titles. Twitter X can do some heavy lifting. So if you're out there listening and you want to make a bit of a holler about who you'd like to see there,
a friendly, kind holler,
of course.
Yeah, just
of course.
Just let them know. Let them know you want Rath there. And then if Rath's anything like us, Rath will be like, oh no, I gotta do the patches before I get there.
It's true. Very correct. That'll be a rush.
But seriously, yeah, thank you so much. Again, to everybody listening, Rath Gamer Games. Shoot, I wrote this down.
Rath Games,
Twitch and YouTube. Everyone go and follow. Anywhere else or anything else you would like to promote, Rath, before we bring the official podcast to a close?
Well, golly gee willikers, this Saturday, whatever that day is, the 13th, I don't know. This Saturday, I will be releasing the next part of my Stardew Valley video series, where I'm playing Stardew Valley at 50 times speed. So if you want to see what a Stardew Valley day looks like when it's 28 seconds total, there you go. That's a good video to watch. Part 2 out this Saturday. Congratulations. Look forward to it. And then also, on the 27th, the Seed of Sacrifice video should be up if I didn't do everything terribly. We'll see. Good luck, everyone. Thank you.
Huh. Well, everyone go give that a follow. Love Stardew Valley, by the way. Side note, great other game to also showcase on your channel. And folks, I trust you know where to find Kyle and myself, but if you don't, search for Grinding Gear on YouTube. We're also on twitch.tv. Just find Grinding Gear, give us a sub, give us a watch. And if you really like us, check out our Patreon over at supportourbromance.com. And thank you so much to everybody supporting us over there. And if you're watching on video, oh my goodness, yes, look at all those wonderful names, the link, all that stuff. Thank you to our legendary level patrons. But coming back to us, thank you again to Rath for making time, and see you again. Good luck in your future solo and non-solo endeavors.
Thank you. It was good to see you. Thank you. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good one. Be safe.
GG.
Take care.
And that's a podcast. We usually leave we usually hang out with chat for a little bit afterwards, so we are still live, Rath, but you are more than welcome to escape whenever you want.
Well, I mean, I had a good enough time. I might as well hang out a little bit, unless you want me to get out of here. That's understandable. As soon as the podcast ends, you could say that you actually didn't like me on the show, and then I can get the heck out of here.
Well, we would end the stream first. I mean, we're professionals after all.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and then of course we would also look at metrics and be like, "Woo, that guess was rough, but whoo, boy, it'd be hard to say no to." No, of course not. You're great. What are you talking about? The hell are you talking about? Think we're YouTubers. You think we make decisions without looking at metrics? My God.
The doors are locked, actually. That's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Call it there.
Yeah. You can't escape. You're actually stuck here with us. You're gonna you gotta stay here until what alliance raid you wanna run through, Kyle?
What? I mean, honestly, understanding any part of the Crystal Tower would just feel nice. Participating in a way that feels rewarding for my brain.
I kind of love that I'm this deep into Final Fantasy XIV and I still don't know a single mechanic in that raid. I think
does C get in the stomach? I just don't know. It's
the
so
fact
confusing.
that you don't ever have to know what Daybreak is a thing that you should be happy about.
To hold on to that, don't lose it.
Yeah, just to hold on to the fact that you will never see a Daybreak in your life. That's the dream.
Genius Mutant, thanks for 38 months. Said, gotta love a battery acid bath.
How weird that
apparently what Mountain Dew becomes, I guess.
You brought that up, and then I saw it in a video. I don't remember what video I had clicked of yours, but there it was. It was Shiva. You were fighting Shiva, and for some reason your Mountain Dew came up.
I think that was because chat made fun of me afterwards because I killed Shiva EX, I got the horse, and then they called it the Mountain Dew horse.
Oh, and because
it's the same color as the Mountain Dews.
Ah, okay, but you had to
the worst of days.
Show your real prog, IRL prog.
Pigmaster in Twitch says he is truly solo. Even Square Enix won't help.
I do love that one. Also, yeah, you got a brief glimpse of Shen getting banned from my chat back in the day where I used to do maps, because maps had materials that I needed during Heavensward. I would allow viewers. I would allow viewers to tell me which door to do on the maps, and if we got kicked out, they got banned. They had to make it to at least the fourth room, or they were banned. And so Shen was banned from my chat from that.
Damn.
Oh, no. Wait, is Shen still banned?
Probably not. I haven't tried.
Oh, okay. Like my social media, these are questionable things that may not be reversed.
I've simply killed Shen with a tank buster on more than one occasion on purpose. Perfect. That's it. We haven't banned Shen. But yeah. Duncan, thank you for the 4 years, Jesus. Maxed out every job, full Blue Mage spellbook, finished Mentor Roulette grind, and they are never making me collect fish.
As this. No fish.
No fish. No fish for you, no fish for anyone.
One could assume that it is mentally relieving because Mr. Happy keeps fishing while on break from Ultimate. Like the party will go on lunch and he'll just start fishing.
It's because he
clearly
does every Ultimate. What is a break to Happy is not a break for the rest of us.
Just so desensitized.
I think so. I think he would agree with me.
Horrifying. I can never.
Mr. Happy is an enigma. I mean, I think we're all strange in our own beautifully unique ways. That's why we're doing.
I played the game with only chat commands. I don't think we could talk about Mr. Happy as the enigma here. I mean, he seems pretty normal to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I did have another one actually that you just scrolled past and I was reminded of. There's Perfect Solo. That's another character I have. That's Perfect Solo is the character I did to very briefly go over all of the being absolutely perfect to the rules, because I started with Solo only in Limsa, and in Limsa you have no way of obtaining something to get the level 5 cap for the MSQ. But if you start in Old Da, you can stop doing the MSQ, unlock Miner, unlock Goldsmith, level both of them up to 20, and then make a helmet so that you can use that. But you need to
I remember this!
class at level like 20-ish to be able to do that quest and equip it so that but
Wow.
I
Oh my
watched this
goodness.
video. I distinctly remember like pulling up Google, being like, "Wait, how does this work?" And then I decided I would just believe you, and I stopped trying to learn it myself.
So
that-
also
okay.
Solo Bronley, that was April Fool's the first year. Solo Bronley, that I hate that guy. I'm sitting here doing my solo challenge. Solo Bronley comes up and it's just like, this guy's taking forever to make the next video. I'm just gonna do the whole thing right now. I'll get to Shadowbringers in one video, and then he did it. I hate him. Can't stand that dude. He's the worst.
Did you do that? Did you just skip cutscenes? Or?
Well, I might have made a particular purchase.
Oh,
Mm.
oh, that makes sense. So that brings up. So I've made notes. That brings us to a grand total of 12 Warriors of Light.
That's
Wow.
This is shorthand. So we got Follow Warrior of Light, Professional Yapper, Limsa Warrior of Light, Speedrun Tune 1, Speedrun Tune 2, Big Catch, Ulda, Savior Solo, Perfect Solo, Solo Bronley, but F that guy, and Xanther.
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
So when
Right,
people
true,
said
true and real.
the great thing about 14 is you can have one character and do it all, you accepted that as a challenge
And I took that personally.
and blame chat.
Do I not have Blame Chat? Wasn't Blame Chat the follow wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't write Blame Chat. I wrote Follow Warrior of Light. Okay. All right. All right. A parenthetical only follow. Okay. There we go. I'm creating the Rath Games wiki as we speak.
No, thank you. It's beautiful, a masterpiece. I look forward to my IMDb page. Cider has an IMDb page. I gotta make
No,
one
wait,
for
what?
Wait, really?
You done? Cider has an IMDb page?
if I remember right.
Oh.
Can you just go make one?
Got it. I don't think so. I had to find it. It's
under
not
Cider
easily
Spider?
searchable because you look up Cider and Spider with IMDb, and IMDb has a lot of other things.
I'm
that
just
go
getting
in those
Spider-Man
slots.
movies.
Yeah, Toby Maguire apparently is what it's trying to do here.
Nicolas Cage, Apple Cider Spider, 1983 movie. I got caught by IMDb recently because I was trying to figure out when the hell the finale of Witch Hat season 1's going to be, and they just don't have it on IMDb. It's just they just stopped posting episodes that haven't aired yet on IMDb, and I was like,
That's
this is
rough.
not how any other show does it. How am I supposed to find out when things end? You monster. And that definitely didn't happen because I'm horribly in love with the show and I'm out of episodes and I want to know when the finale is. Yep. Also, Kyle, we need to reschedule a thing that we put together. Yeah, sorry.
Yes. In fact,
What?
we should go work on that thing. We should go work
should
on part of that
probably-
thing.
We should probably go work on that thing.
Thank you all
And
for
so,
watching.
In the meantime,
pleasure
thank
to
you.
see
Oh,
you.
snap, Fluvichu. Thanks for 21 months. You're listening to the stream while job hunting. Oh, well, good luck with your hunt. I'm glad that you're hyped with Rath to be on the show.
It's good to see you, everybody.
Hell
Thank
yeah,
you.
it was a good
Thank you for being
episode.
here.
If you're just catching us, Floof, audio version will be up momentarily, or you can just rewind right now. But,
Wow.
enjoy. But yeah, chat, we're gonna leave now. We'll see you tomorrow for our continued MGS2 playthrough.
I'll
And,
also see you tomorrow for their continued MGS2 playthrough. I will be a box in their background.
Damn. Where is he? Guess it was nothing.
Rath Games.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for stopping in to our wonderful podcast, Grinding Gear, me and Kyle. Thank you, Garrett, for being our guest today. It was a pleasure to have you on.
I'm so
you know,
So beautiful.
It's been a great time. Please leave now, Garrett. Me and
Okay.
Kyle have some stuff we have to go finish.